Welcome, 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 and welcome again. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna see if I can, trying to figure out the volume of these things and figuring out levels. Hopefully, my voice is speaking above the music, but you can still hear the music. I'm trying. I didn't like last live stream last Wednesday. I didn't quite get the music volume to where, I mean, it was too low. So I'm trying to get it higher, but you can still hear my voice. So hopefully that is right now a good balance. And let me get this off. Hey, how are we doing, everybody, tonight? All one of you watching. Actually, I think all two of you watching tonight. I'm Ryan, the guy who makes this wonderful animated series, stop motion animated series called Tales of Valhalla, The Aftermath Chronicles. You can find us on YouTube. Type in the YouTube search bar Tales of Valhalla. If you're watching us on Twitch, I do have a link on the Conductor Productions Twitch channel to go to as well. For our YouTube page, we literally have hours of stop motion animated content. And we'll watch some of that tonight. I'll post that while I'm editing the doing the behind the scenes production editing of season 3 of Tales of Valhalla. Currently working on episode 6 of season 3, and you can see right there we got some magic stuff. I'm basically going to be working on what I left off with last Wednesday. I worked on the special effects a little bit after last Wednesday, but not much. I was too busy doing other things, so not much. I mean, I was editing, but just not this. So I'm basically back where I left off from last Wednesday. I wanted to do more. I wanted to have finished all the rest of the special effects for this episode, but nope, didn't work. Anyway, so wonderful to see you all, and we will be getting to editing. Like I said, we'll edit into the night, a few hours. Just check on the maintenance part of this live stream. And we're looking good. Looking good. Alright, so let's get started with some of the editing. So, again, what we're going to do is I am going to turn this music off and gonna play some video like this.
Hi folks, my name is Lieutenant Daniel Taylor, but you can call me Lieutenant Dan.
Well, hold on. So I'm gonna play some video, so some content for y'all to watch while I do some editing, because I know some of the editing can be quite boring, and we're just gonna start the next few hours doing this stuff, editing these special effects. And it looks like I'll be doing some Correct the Elementalist magic effects here. And let's just get started with that. So anybody wants to comment, say hi. I have a question. I'm just going to lower my audio a little bit, or turn it off entirely. But if anybody comes on with a question or want to say hi or a shout out, I will speak again. But until that time, I am just going to start working and enjoy some of the content.
Like killing this
Someone is commenting, so I will respond here. Who is this?
Or this guy.
I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name here. Hold on one second. Let me just bring down
Or telling
this,
Gimp to throw a grenade.
some of the animation content here. Let me save this and let me address this comment. So, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, Elgar. I think I'm just gonna call you Elgar, okay? How about that? Elgar, is asking, are you making this? I think if you're asking if I'm creating the stop motion content for the series, yes. I've spent the last several years creating seasons 1, seasons 2, seasons 3, and currently am editing an episode of season 3 here on the live stream tonight. And it's stop motion content, and these are miniatures and terrains from the discontinued board game called Heroescape. And so lots of miniature characters. The terrains are wonderful with through the stop motion camera lens, and yeah, I basically several years ago just decided to write a script and a story based off some of the characters and miniatures in the game. And if you're watching this on Twitch, which I believe you are, there is a link on Conductor Productions Twitch profile to where it's a YouTube link. You can find Tales of Valhalla YouTube page there through that link. Go subscribe, like, view the content. Like I said, I got seasons 1, season 2. I recommend watching season 2 first, because it actually gives the very beginning of episode 1 of season 2. It gives a great great way of telling the story. Matter of fact, here I'll play it. I'll start playing season 2 in this little box here in a second, because right now it's just character introduction videos. And yeah, so yeah, the past several years been making this. I'm trying to complete season 3, and each season has 10 episodes. So I'm halfway through getting season 3 done. Season 3 has 5 episodes up already. I'm currently working on episode 6. So this has been a long process too, because I've had illness, family things going on, and well, thank you, great story videos. I've had a lot of help, a lot of ideas, a lot of people volunteering their voices and time. Some within the Heroescape community. Some friends and family that I've just forced into the situation, some filmmaker friends. So it's been an overall fun collaboration. But yeah, thank you for the comments. Of any more questions, please feel free to ask. What I will do, like I said, I'll go to YouTube, and if you can't find the link on the Twitch account, or follow my Twitch account if you can, because I'm trying to build an audience through Twitch as well. But go to YouTube, subscribe, like, and there's a lot of behind-the-scenes content too, along with this other content. Yeah, any questions? Feel free. I'm usually doing live streams on Sunday and Wednesday nights while editing through this stuff. And what else can I say? You like stop motion? I like stop motion too. And I mean, usually people like do stop motion in this, and I'm just gonna talk. That's fine. I love talking. It gives me a break from the video editing part. But I studied a lot of like Lego stop motion, and so a lot of what I do through stop motion or animating these miniatures, I kind of took from a lot of Lego stop motion animators and what they did, and just put into practice what they did for this. And actually, it's a little bit simpler animating these miniatures than it is animating like Lego minifigs, because with Lego minifigs, you got, they're bendable, they got a lot of hand movement and stuff. It takes a lot more skill, I would say, to do those. This takes less skill. It's a little bit more simpler, although still very, very time consuming. It literally has taken me like 5 years to animate all of seasons 2 and 3 for this show. Appreciate the subscription, appreciate the follows. That's great. Yeah, please binge watch the content and let me know what you think of the story. After season 3 is done, hopefully by the end of this year, I plan to take a long break because I've besides family life and dealing with the illness that I have, it's been nothing but doing this. So I am going to take a little break after season 3 is done. But after that break, we do plan to make future seasons and possibly zombie apocalypse for future seasons, and just have fun with that. So and see where these where a lot of these characters are going to go. But yeah, appreciate it. Elger, I'm just going to call you Elger. I appreciate the subscription, and thank you, and feel free to leave a comment and critiques on the story. And if you've never heard of HeroScape before, it is an expensive hobby to get into, but there is a community out there, and I'd even point out to some HeroScape content creators out there that I've worked with before, collaborated with before, who can give you advices on how to play the game. It's a really fun game. So I mean, I just don't make this show because of the fact that I mean, there are miniatures and terrains that are accessible, but it's also because I love the game. It's a great game, and there's still, I mean, this game has been discontinued since 2009, 2010, and there's still a strong community of gamers out there who play this game, who love this game. I'm one of them. So it is one that I mean, it is expensive, don't get me wrong, because the game's been discontinued for so long, and everything, the prices for like terrain and miniatures are usually horribly high, so it is an expensive hobby, but it is well worth getting into. So let me, here, I'm going to mute myself again. Again, any questions, feel free to ask me. Anybody else wants to hop on the live stream and say hi, that's great. But I'm going to mute myself again, and I will start playing Season 2 and show you the introduction, which involves 2 stop-motion battle scenes of literally hundreds of miniatures. So let me just start that, and I'm just going to continue my editing. And again, any other questions, feel free to ask, and thanks for the subscription. All right, so I'll start this. Oh, got another question.
It all began many years ago.
Very introduction of season 2, so that way I can be heard, because Elgar's asking about hit film. Hit film is to VFX. I think you're asking if I'm using for special effects. Yes, hit film. I use hit film for the video and special effects editing. I also use hit film to create the stop motion, because of course with stop motion all you're doing is taking a series of pictures. For season 2 and season 3, I literally took like a 250,000 or 300,000 photos for all of season 2 and 3. And yeah, I use hit film. And for the longest time I used Hit Film Express, which was their free downloadable version of their software, and then I upgraded to Hit Film Pro just a couple of years ago. But you could literally do what I do using Hit Film Express for most of it, and then a lot of these special effects comes from and on YouTube there are links to where I get a lot of my things. Let's see here. I don't understand that question. The diorama are made in print 3D. If I understand the question, which you're fine. Like what you see here, behind Kurak, is that some 3D printing this in the scenery back here? Is that what you mean? because some of these terrains are 3D printed. Um, which there's also links from where I get the 3D prints too, and some and my YouTube video subscription, YouTube video description. Sorry, there's links to everything that I get, but like these special effects I get from a place called a Triune Store, Triune Films. And it's all royalty free. Even the music that I use is royalty free from a Triune. But if you're asking like so yeah, some of the stuff in the background is 3D printed, but it's all terrain. It's terrain for the game, for the gameplay. The what's in the background, like in some of the shots to where you see the sky. That sky background is something I got from a store called Joann Fabrics like a long time ago, to where it's just a piece of felt cloth that kind of looks like blue, and then the white looks like clouds, and so that's what I've used for sky for the whole thing. So yeah. Anyway, okay, let me turn up this volume so you can enjoy these little cutscenes too. And unless you have more questions. Okay. Yeah, so if someone comments, I'm gonna comment back. So, Elgar also says, amazing production, very good made. Thank you, appreciate it. I mean, put a lot of hard work in these past few years, and it's basically literally a passion project, and me just as a filmmaker trying to develop my skill as a filmmaker, director, animator, and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much, and I just enjoy and subscribe, support as best as you can, and always fun gaining another fan, gaining another friend. So I appreciate it a lot. Like I said, any other questions, comments, please feel free.
Are we saying something about me?
Just about how without you wouldn't. Other than army ration.
Okay, another comment
We did just get
from
back today
Says,
from
you
our
see
mission
the
of
dedication
getting that
and
glyph
work, really
and
incredible.
finding our new friend.
Thank you. Yeah, and
That was
one
just
thing I
in
want
case
to mention, because I
you,
was just thinking about
the
this.
audience,
You know what camera I
wanted to know.
use to animate with?
Card game anyone?
I use a Canon T3i,
You do have a point to pick.
which is a DSLR, but it's a slightly older DSLR. I think T3i's came out. I mean, I think there's like a T3 9 or 10 now for Canon. But I use a Canon T3i, and yeah, T3i's probably came out like 12, 15 years ago or something like that. They're a pretty old camera, but you can, you know, if you set them right, you can get pretty good photos from them. But if you watch season 1 all the way through, it's far more boring and less interesting than season 2 and season 3, because when I started doing the stop motion, I'd never done stop motion before. I'd never done any of this before, so it was a huge learning curve. And season 1 was kind of the season that I kind of had to break my teeth and figure out how to do stuff. Yet, you know, still released it because we are, you know, establishing characters and getting a little bit of story here. But yeah, it was a lot of figuring out,
back
and
today, and I am cooking us some real
using the
food.
same camera,
Yeah,
Canon
good.
T3i
We have
body
burnt
that
food.
I've been using since the beginning.
on
Even though
fire.
it's broken down once, I had to actually
Holy
send it to
smoking
a
fire!
repair
We
shop
need
and spend
water.
like
Hold on there, Henderson.
way too much money
My
to
friend,
get it fixed
my
and
amigo,
continue using that
my
camera body.
compadre,
I'll
my
probably get a few more
very own.
T3i
Just say
camera
it.
bodies because you can get them through
Alright.
like
Maybe my friend can
Goodwill
help.
or some cheaper
Toothpick,
places sometime in the
if you
future,
think
just
the
so I
power of
have
your imagination
a
can douse
good,
flames, then you must
pretty
have a few more
pretty
screws loose than
pretty
I
good
have ever
camera
observed. In
to
the
use,
name
and
of
I
Jandar,
remember one
what
time
are you
talking with
thinking half the
a
time?
photographer and showed them a little bit of these animations and said I use a Canon T3i, and they're like, you pulling that from a
That
Canon
works
T3i?
better than I
That's
thought.
incredible. I'm like, okay, if you say so. But yeah, so and like I said, just I mean, I used I took some creative liberties for the story, but I also try to stay
Don't be
true
ridiculous, Henderson.
to the
That was
source
clearly a
material
strong cold wind from
of the
the failing
characters
tundra.
within the game as best
It
as I
is directly north of
possibly
us.
can, and
All
still
Toothpick
add an
has is the
element
uncanny
of
ability for
fun
dumb
and
luck.
satire
We
to
calling
it,
people dumb now, Lieutenant Dan?
because the
Good
game,
ones from
the universe in
disturbing to
itself is a very
rude.
serious
I was not implying that
universe,
Toothpick was
and
dumb.
but still, I
I'm
wanted to
not
throw a
your
little bit of
grandmother
satire,
for
try
crying
and
out
make
loud.
it, you know,
That was a bad visual.
kind of a action
Didn't we have a mission to
comedy,
go on?
you know, type
Are we
type
getting
vibe.
another
Almost
clip?
Thank you,
almost like a
Toothpick.
kid's version
Yes,
of Red versus
we are
Blue,
searching
if you're
for another
familiar
clip.
with
The good
that
news is this
Halo
one should not be too far away.
animation
Less than a
type
day's hike.
franchise.
Yay! I will go grab my stuff.
But this is just
I
kind of a
cannot forget
kid,
my
not
bjork,
non F
grenades,
bomb version. So the whole,
friends,
because Hero Escape was meant
blankets,
for the whole family, so the
chocolate
show is
candy
kind of meant
hearts,
for the whole
my-
family as
my
well, and to
7th
encourage
edition
people to
of the Tom
play the
Hanks
game
series.
and,
I'm okay with
be
this.
interested in
Whose
went
line
to
is
great
it
war
anyway?
here.
exploring the
I'm
game
okay with who I
themselves.
was.
Even though, like I said,
I'm
it's a
okay with falling
very
apart
old,
in
discontinued game.
I'm okay
Still a
with my
huge community
terrible
around it.
aim.
But yeah,
I'm even okay with guard duty and retrieving glitch.
appreciate
But please,
the
this
comments.
time,
Thanks.
let's not.
Lots and lots.
Okay, turning my mic on for a minute. I just want to explain a little bit what's going on here with this special effects editing. So it's a lot of copying and pasting because the effect that I'm using, or that I'm digitally putting into the screen, it only goes for like a certain, like the time, then it like expands or shrinks back to its original space. So there's only like a little bit of a window which I can copy and paste and have it look like it's just one continual element going on for I think like 14-15 seconds in the shot. And so that's what I've been doing a lot of copy and pasting for, is for this and for the glowing part of his staff. And One of the things I'm doing because hit film can have a heart attack if I have so many digital effects going on at once for it to process. I just kind of mute them, make them disappear a little bit, so there's less of a strain on my computer, so nothing breaks down, because I've had hit film collapse on me before, and that's not good. So, but I have what I need. I reviewed what I need for that element, so now I can start to add another effect to this, because obviously this is something that's it's only halfway completed, so I need to continue working on, because eventually this needs to stretch to our heroes that have elementals within them, because Karak is trying to acquire those elementals with his magic. So we need to kind of show how that's going to go. So I'm just going to leave a couple of these here, but not too much. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're doing with that, and I'll continue adding on to this this magic effect. Bring that down. I know that's probably was very, very interesting. End of season 2, but like I said, it's all season 2 is on YouTube. And I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's been 2.5 hours in the editing chair, or well, minus the me talking about my Honduras trip a few weeks ago. So about, yeah, a little over 2 hours of doing the actual editing work, and I think I'm gonna call it night. It's around midnight here, and I'm old. I might not look it, but I feel old. I need my sleep, because I gotta take care of my soon-to-be 4-year-old tomorrow. So I need to be a little bit rested for that. So I think I'm going to call it a night, and hopefully next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, when next live stream, that this will be more. This shot will be done. We move on to other shots, because this takes time. This takes a lot of time to do this type of special effect for this is Karak's magical power, and there's a lot more elements I need to put on. I also need to do some type of reflection on the ground for some of this too, to give it a little bit more of a presence, like it's in the shot rather than pasted on. So lots of little things I need to do. hopefully the next few days before Wednesday I'll get it done, and then there's other shots that require this type of work as well. So I am going to bid you all watching adieu for the night, and I certainly appreciate Mr. I'm sorry if you're not Mr. I'm totally classifying. I have no idea what sex you are, but thank you, Elgar, for the subscription, or for the subscribing on YouTube. Please join us again for another live stream in the future if you are available. You know, follow the Connection Productions Twitch page, and we're here every Sunday and every Wednesday. So great to meet you via the interwebs, and hope to chat with you sometime in the future. It was a pleasure, and we will continue just doing this editing until we're done, which might take a long time. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this live stream tonight, and I would usually do my close that I normally do, but since I'm going to be actually combining when I post these live stream videos on YouTube, I'm going to combine both Sundays and Wednesdays for the week together, so I don't have to do my entirely closing line for Sunday. I'll have to do the closing line on Wednesday. But I will say what I always say for these live streams before I sign off. Thank you guys for watching, and you have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and we will see you guys next time. Later. Good night. You really can't find better music than that, isn't it? Just lovely, lovely, lovely. Hello, everybody. All one of you watching. Welcome to the live stream tonight for the continued production video editing of Tales of Valhalla: The Aftermath Chronicles, which is a stop-motion hero-escape adventure. I am Ryan, the guy who makes the stuff. And yes, Tales of Valhalla you can find, if you're watching this on Twitch, you can find on YouTube. There is a link in our Twitch Connection Productions page. Just check out the description and search for us there. Or you can go to YouTube and type Tales of Valhalla in the YouTube search bar. This live stream is brought to you by my internet service, which does not stink now. It's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing. Anyway, let's dive into tonight. We got a lot to do. We got some things to wrap up. You can see here that as long as this music isn't too loud, and turn it down. Hopefully my voice was heard. It really doesn't matter too much. Already a train wreck probably, but thank you everybody for tuning in. And yes, we're going to be wrapping up the special effects editing of Tales of Valhalla Episode 6 Season 3. We just have this shot that we worked on last Sunday, as well as 2 more shots, and then the episode is done for special effects, and then we can get into the sound, the music, and all the finessing, and then it should be released. So hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks this episode will be out. We can do a live stream premiere, an actual live stream premiere. It's gonna be so fun. Okay, there's me getting excited. All right, anyway, Tales of Valhalla intro stuff. Oh, and I didn't measure this. Hold on one second. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna see something.
Hi, folks.
Okay. Oh, good.
My
Good.
name
That's
is
actually
Lieutenant Daniel Taylor, but you can call me Lieutenant Dan. Me and my
All right, here. Wait, I gotta test out a couple other things. Hold on. Hold your horses. Oh, see, yep. I have to adjust this. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me get this. One thing I forgot to do. All right. So we got that. Okay, let me check all these. Okay, good. All right. that just worked. Okay, so now I'm going to, like I said, play some of our content above my head here while I start editing episode 3. And again, if anyone wants to comment, say hi, or give me opportunity to speak, I will unmute my microphone. But until then, I'm gonna get to work and enjoy watching the content and enjoy watching me work. Alright, turn that down a second. I just want to explain a couple things. So I am pretty much finished with this shot as is. There's a ton of special effects that I put into this, and I still need to put more. I need to put like reflections of the flashes and this beam like along the ground just to have it fit in its environment more. But I'm going to do that sometime in the future when I'm wrapping up tweaking it. But the main stuff is there, so that's important. But I'll have to go back to that. But since I got that, I am now going to just close that, and I want to check something here. So just 2 more shots to go. This one and this one. Just want to see one thing. Croc 1. Croc 2. Okay, so I need to get Croc 2. Alright, so okay, back to my work. Okay, lowering that down again, just to verify what's going on. So pretty much finished this shot, trying to get some reflections. What I probably won't do is I'm not going to do any reflections of the beams because it just take too long and they're a little too high. As long as I get a little bit of reflection of this light on the shoulder, it should be okay. I don't know, I might change my mind about the beams later, but right now I'll just let them be and see what they look like after they rendered. If I gotta make like some type of shadow or reflection, then I will. But I'll see. But excuse me. But with that being said, just one more to do, and that is Kimoshi here. and the Mind Shackle ability. Now, I don't really know what I'm going to do yet with the Mind Shackle ability, so we're going to be experimenting on this a little bit. So I'm going to bring it up. Move that. Need to find it, and we'll experiment for a little bit.
So one prime for each element.
Okay, so far, I like this. Like it looks like what this is what the Mind Shackle is going to be, just a layer of 3 different effects just together. Looking pretty good. Now I might have to do reflections on those. I probably won't. Because they just look good themselves, I think.
Under correct control, or under the control of whoever's pulling correct strings, the prime elementals would make them almost invincible.
That's basically it for special effects for this episode. Yay! After a month and a half practically, finally done. Yes, with that. Still got a lot more things to do with this episode. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to work a little bit on some audio stuff. So just give me a second. I'm going to take just a quick break, and then I'll be back on just for a few minutes just to close out the 2 hours. Maybe go a little over 2 hours. But I think then I'm going to call it a night because this is done. And then we got to move on to sync the audio and all that stuff. So I'll be doing that in the next few days. And then we'll see where we're at come Sunday. And we'll see what we'll be working on someday. But it's still going to take a few weeks to definitely set down all the audios and the music and to finalize everything. But majority of the special effects are now set. Happy with that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just go on a quick break, and I'll be right back in a few minutes.
I believe you four.
Alright, so back. So here we are. And Mind Shackle, there it is. It's a cool thing to see.
Mind Shackle.
So, still a lot of work to do on this. But at least the special effects are edited, and we'll work more on the episode next week. So what I'm gonna do now is just switch to here. Turn this off. Raise the volume up on this.
West to a vast desert.
And just work on a little bit of audio, or actually work on a little bit of voiceover audio for episode 7. Just for a little bit, and then we'll call it a night. Until next week. So here's what we got. There we are. And I'm just gonna let this episode play and mute myself unless someone else wants to say hi. How's it going? Any questions? Feel free. But until then, just gonna mute myself while I work. Alright, I think we will call it a night here. Let me just adjust that. It's about like almost a quarter till midnight now, so I think I'm going to yeah, be done. A little over 2 hours now. Not bad for a Wednesday night. Getting started with this. We just did a little bit of voiceover. You can see the process of what it takes to do all this, because there's a lot of voiceovers needed for the next episode. And ooh, looks like there was an issue with my online stuff here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna close out this live stream. I just want to see what's going on. So hold on, let me see. Alright, that looking good. Alright, oh. Looking okay. It was weird. Anyway. But we're still going, still recording, so I am just going to close this live stream for this week. We'll see you back on Sunday. And yeah, just more work to do, a lot more to look forward to in here. Let me get this here. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to end up rendering this whole episode. Because now that I have all the special effects in place, now I can start syncing up all the sounds that I need to do, all the special effect sounds, movement sounds, whatever it needs, sounds and audio and stuff, as well as the music. So I'll start doing that for the rest of the week and onto Sunday and beyond. But first thing I'm gonna do is when I get off here, I'm gonna render this, and you don't want to see that because that just takes time and is boring. It's just basically the computer doing its thing. So I'll do that when I get off. But yes, we are proceeding as planned, which is good. But there's a nice little shot of what everybody's going to see as Kimoshi's Mind Shackle ability. So that'll be a first for this series. Let's see if some people have an idea what it might be like. Well, this is my vision of what it's like. So, created just tonight on the live stream. Yay! Anyway, I will shut down this, or give this live stream a send off. And I will say what I always say for those of you who are watching this on our Tales of Valhalla YouTube page. This is an edited down version of 2 live streams, because we do live streams now on Sunday and on Monday on Twitch and my Facebook account, but mainly Twitch. So if you want to see firsthand behind the scenes content, all these like 4 or 5 hours worth of behind the scenes Tales of Valhalla content, go to our Conductor Productions YouTube page, which you should see something on the screen in front of you, or a link in the description below, and to where you can see everything involved in this editing behind the scenes process, all the extra things, all the conversations I have with people that discover me on Twitch. And yes, find us there. And with that, subscribe, share, like, comment, ask questions. As always, appreciate all the support that everybody gives me, as always. And I say as always one more time, which has been 3 or 4 times, but anyway, everybody have a good night, farewell, and sign off by saying you have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.